Welcome, Satnam, to today's Kundalini Yoga, taught by Ann Taylor, broadcast from Camano Island, Washington. So let's begin by feeling our sitting bones connecting to the ground and allowing any stress, tension, concerns to be left at the door as we begin long, deep breathing. Checking your posture, making sure that your hips are higher than your knees. If you need to use a cushion to get a good posture, feeling the spine lengthening and straightening. The chin is in a slight neck lock. Opening up the belly on the inhale, drawing the breath up through the heart center and to the throat region. Exhaling, reversing the process. And allow an intention to rise up naturally for today's class. See what emerges on its own accord. It could be an image that floats up, a color, a number, perhaps. If nothing appears, just simply hold the word intention, knowing that your body and mind, your soul, psyche, knows exactly what it needs at this time. And before every Kundalini yoga class, we tune in with the Adi mantra by chanting Ong Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times. I call upon the creative force of the universe, Ong Namo. I call upon that Guru going from darkness to light. The Guru is not out there, the Guru is the teacher within. And we also connect with the lineage of sages and teachers that came before in this tradition of yoga. Rubbing the palms of the hands together as we prepare to tune in, placing them at the heart center. Allow the eyes to close. Focus on the brow point. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. And inhale to tune in. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo Ong Namo Gurudev Namo Ong Namo Gurudev Namo Adgirenme, Shugadgirenme, Satgirenme, Siddhigurudev Venme, Adgirenme, Shugadgirenme, Satgirenme, Siddhigurudev Venme, Adgirenme, Shugadgirenme, Satgirenme, Siddhigurudev Venme. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath. Exhale and release the hands down. And we are going to begin with a pranayama. that arouses mercy and compassion. And we're going to do this for 11 minutes. The mudra is as follows. Taking the hands and putting the backs of the hands together, extending out all the fingers. And now take the index finger, the Jupiter, and allow those fingers to cross. The three remaining, middle, ring, and pinky, remain upright. The thumbs are extended. So the left index finger rests over the top of the right one. Allow that mudra to just rest in front of your heart center. The sequence is to inhale, this is all through the nose. Inhale 4 strokes, suspend the breath for 4 counts, exhale 4 strokes through the nose, and hold the breath out for 4 counts. Now we're going to use the mantra Sa Ta Na Ma, which you're probably familiar about. That's the broken down, the atomic version of Satnam. So you'll use Sa Ta Na Ma instead of counting mentally. Just allow the internal vibration of the chant to resonate through you. Now, if you're an experienced yogi, yogini, and your lung capacity is highly developed, you can increase it to 8 counts, or sa ta na ma, sa ta na ma. But just make sure it's consistent with the inhale, suspend, exhale, hold the breath out. The eyes are gently closed as we now begin. Continuing, inhaling 4 strokes, sa, ta, na, ma. Suspend 4 counts, sa, ta, na, ma. Hold the breath out, sa, ta, na, ma, and begin again. This meditation will allow us to go much deeper into our practice. I see somebody else popped on, so I'm just going to, as you continue doing this, the mudra is as follows. Inhaling through the nose, sa, ta, na, ma, 4 distinct strokes or breaths. Suspend the breath for 4 counts, sa, ta, na, ma. Exhale through the nostrils, sa, ta, na, ma, 4 strokes, and hold the breath out for 4 strokes. Continuing now to go deeper. If the mind wanders, and it will, simply come back to the breath. Sa, ta, na, ma. Going deeper now. You're doing excellent. Keep going. 4 strokes inhale, suspend for 4. Exhale 4 strokes. Hold the breath out for 4. Keeping the thumbs extended out. Thumbs are the ego. Keeping the mudra nice and straight. Balancing the polarities in the brain. You're doing beautifully. Keep going. Get deeper into the rhythm. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. Exhale. Deep inhale. Suspend the breath. Exhale. One more. Deep inhale. Exhale and relax your hands down, allowing the eyes to remain closed and be with your experience. Just simply notice. You've balanced the polarities within the body. Experience what that feels like. Now, we practiced this for 4 counts, but remember, you can, again, if you're practicing this for 40 days, which is a wonderful thing to do, you can begin to increase the duration as your lung capacity expands, and it will. So you can do 4, 4, 4, 4, or 8, 8, 8, 8, up to 16. So that'd be 16 strokes on the inhale, suspend for 16, exhale 16 strokes, and suspend the breath out. Now that's an advanced. So begin with 4, and if you can graduate to 8, that's awesome. Just remember that you want to fill up the lungs, whether it's 4 or 8 or whatever. And then likewise, when you do exhale on the strokes, keep the strokes the same and make sure you're getting all the air out of the body. Beautifully done. Okay, and today's Kriya is Kriya for disease resistance. Now, the Kundalini yogis and many yogic traditions, all, if not all, see the body as more than the physical body. So that disease may begin in one of the other 9 bodies. Kundalini Yoga says that there are 10 bodies, So, for example, if you've got negative mind issues in the second chakra, that would be a very pessimistic or negative attitude. So, the negative mind is there to protect us from going off, kind of where fools fear to tread. However, sometimes it can get caught in overdrive. And if you're like me, sometimes your mind will loop in a negative pattern. Oh, he said this to me, and blah 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 blah, and you kind of get into a cycle. Whereas the positive mind is going to say, oh, well, they didn't mean anything. Well, maybe there's a middle ground. So you can take a situation. The negative mind is going to be the cautionary. The positive mind is going to see the positive outlook, and the neutral mind is in the heart. So these are just three examples of other bodies than our physical. So a disease process can begin in any chakra. Um, family issues, the root chakra. So anyway, this Kriya is to help eliminate and flush out um, patterns of behavior that can ultimately lead to disease. And so come into rock pose by sitting on your heels. And if this is challenging, you might want to take a cushion and put it between your heels and your knees. Or use a yoga bench. If you've got knee problems, you might want to invest in a yoga bench, which just gets you off the ground and your buttocks is resting, or in a chair if need be. So, as always, allow the yoga to meet you where you're at, and go only as far as you can. So, Yogi Bhajan would say, keep up and you'll be kept up. But for some of us who maybe have been exposed to trauma, where you're keeping up is going to be very different than where somebody else is keeping up. So always listening to the body, and that's part of the whole process, is we learn to listen out of our heads into our bodies, what's right for us, what's not right for us. Okay, so we'll be starting pumping the stomach. And so the mudra, my hands will go out of the screen, but so you're going to press the palms together. So it's not like ego eradicator where we're bending. The fingers are flat over your head. And so the sequence is to inhale deeply, suspend the breath, and you're going to pump the navel point. When you cannot pump the navel point anymore, exhale through the nose. So it's going to be inhale, suspend the breath, and pump the navel. On the suspended breath, exhale when you need to, relax the navel point, and continue. We'll be doing this for 3 minutes. And if at any point you need to stop, then just keep the eyes closed and visualize the exercise. And so when you're pulling the navel point in, just imagine, just to put it another way, you're pulling the stomach in and up into the ribs. I don't know if you can see that, but that is the idea. So let us begin. Hands over the head, inhale deeply, suspend the breath, and begin pumping the navel. You go at your own pace, exhale when you need to. This is stimulating the third chakra, which is the positive mind, and also stimulating the Kundalini energy. And remember, these exercises are done in a specific sequence. So if you want to practice at home, either watch the video replay on YouTube so that you know the sequence, or you can always contact me and I'll send you the instructions. Your exhale is slow and controlled. Excellent. 30 more seconds. Keep up. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath. Exhale, relaxing the hands down. Just take a moment to either shake out your arms, shift your position as you need to. Okay, the next exercise is bear grip. We've done this in some other Kriyas. And this will stimulate the heart center and the thymus gland, which is approximately here. And the sequence is, first of all, bear grip. You take your left palm facing away from your body. The right fingers come, so the grip is like this. So your right palm would be facing the body. Your left palm is away from your body. And the sequence is to inhale deeply, suspend the breath, and pull as hard as you reasonably can. When you need to exhale, do so, and then just relax the grip. And then we'll continue this for 3 minutes. Inhaling deeply, suspend the breath, and pull. Exhaling when you need to, relaxing the grip, and continue. There should be significant force in the bear grip so that you're feeling it in your heart center. One more minute, and if the mind begins to wander, or if the ego kicks in and starts saying things like, what am I doing this for? Just come back to the breath. Inhaling, suspend, and pull. And completing the round you're on, inhaling deeply, exhaling, and one more exercise in rock pose. Just taking a moment before the next exercise. Okay, the next exercise is sitting bends. The arms come the arms come behind the head, clasping your hands behind your neck. Just be careful not to be pulling on your neck. The sequence is to inhale deeply, exhale as you come forward with your forehead towards the ground. Inhaling up and exhaling down. If you need to widen your knees to accommodate your belly, your abdomen, do so, and let us begin. Inhaling to the up position, exhaling down. And continue to go at your own pace. Increasing flexibility of the spine and aiding digestion, the health in the gut. If you're not able to come all the way down, don't put the top of your head on the ground. You can stack up pillows if need be. Again, allowing the yoga to meet you where you're at. Coordinating the breath and the motion as one. Allowing the inhale to draw your body back up. Controlled exhale as you bow forward. If the mind wanders, call it back to the breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale and relax. And just take a few moments to shake out, get comfortable before we transition into the next. All right, the next exercise is front bends. So the front stretch, the legs are out in front of you, keeping the backs of the legs on the floor. It's not as important how far you reach down. And some days your back may feel stiffer than other days. As always in your repertoire, bag of tricks, keep a yoga strap handy. So the sequence is to inhale and exhale down, keeping the back as straight as you reasonably can. And if you are flexible, take your 2 fingers, wrap them around the big toes and back, and take the thumbs and press them into the nail bed of the big toe. That stimulates the pituitary gland. Inhale up, exhale down. And again, so if you're using a strap, inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale up, exhale down. If you don't have a strap and you can't reach, that's fine. Just grab hold of your knees, your shins, wherever you can reach. The eyes remain closed, as always, as a default position, unless otherwise stated or unless you just need to have them open for whatever reason. And let's begin. Allowing the spine to relax. If it's tense, just come down a couple millimeters, as I'm doing. If you're super flexible, the heart center comes all the way down to the thighs. We're not here to contort or to injure or to strain. That doesn't mean we don't push ourselves and challenge ourselves. Find that fine line. If the mind wanders, simply come back to the breath. Allow it to feel good. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath. Exhale down, hold the breath out. And relax the pose, coming back into easy pose. Cross-legged or on a chair. So that front stretch is part of the sequence that allows the glandular, the hormonal secretions that we've been building up to distribute properly through the body. So again, these are done in a sequence to be able to raise your Kundalini energy in a safe and gentle manner. So please be sure to always do them in sequence. You can vary the amount of time. Right now, we're doing these for the maximum time. So if you're having a little trouble thinking, oh, I can't quite do that, be gentle with yourself and cut back on the times. So the next exercise is neck rolls. So we'll be distributing the energy through the thyroid, parathyroid, and simply start with small circles so that you don't hurt your neck. Just bringing the right ear down to the right shoulder. Inhale gently as you rotate your head back and exhale forward, continuing at your own pace. Keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. And always feel free to put on a little meditative type music while you're exercising, except for when we tune in. If you're comfortable, you can make the circles a little bit larger, but not necessary. Again, checking in with our body. If at any time you're feeling dizzy, stop. Take a few cleansing breaths and then begin again slowly. And now reversing direction of the circle. This is also stimulating the pituitary and the pineal glands. 30 more seconds. Stay focused. Inhale, center, and relax. And now coming onto all fours for cat-cow. On the inhale, drop the belly down, tailbone up, head up, and inhale deeply. Exhale into the cat, arching the back. Head comes down, tailbone naturally comes down. And let's begin, going at your own pace. Inhaling down, exhaling up. If the mind wanders, call it back to the breath. Feeling the flexibility of your spine. Excellent for your nervous system. Inhale down into cow, suspend the breath. Exhale, coming into rock pose. For alternate shoulder shrugs. And begin by inhaling the left shoulder up as the right one drops, and exhale the right up. And let's begin. A nice, powerful movement, unless you've got some neck issues. Finding a nice rhythmic pace. Inhale deeply and relax the pose. And now we're coming onto our back for corpse pose. This is not the deep relaxation portion yet. Just allowing the body to let go. Palms are up. Just breathe deeply. Keeping the mind still, not worrying about what comes after. Inhaling and making our way into triangle pose. Some traditions call this downward dog. And if you need a modification, you can always get a chair, so that if you imagine I'd be on a chair or a couch. We'll be doing this for 3 minutes and begin long, deep breathing in triangle pose. Don't allow the breath to get shallow. The back should be straight and the hips should be up. If the feet do not come down to the floor, just gently press one heel in at a time. As always, if the mind wanders, come back to the breath. Breathe deeply into the exercise. "20 seconds. Finish strong." Inhale, gently coming out of the postures. Remain standing as we prepare for elephant walk. And this is going to adjust the electromagnetic field. It's very important to finish this one up, as odd as it looks. So grab hold of your ankles, and you're going to begin to walk. So it's going to be a little awkward, and just go back and forth. You can go as far as you want around your room. I'll just try to stay on the mat here. So obviously you might want to have your eyes open unless you're sure-footed. The last exercise of the set, elephant walk. And just a few more seconds. Excellent. Inhale and relax. Making your way into corpse pose for deep relaxation. I will remain seated and hold the space. If you need a little blanket or a shawl, depending on what part of the country you're in, or world for that matter. Pacific Northwest is still kind of chilly. Allowing the feet to relax. You are now lying down on your back with your arms out to your sides. Trying never to skip this portion because this is really where you're harvesting the work. You've done the exercises, you've done the hard part. Now just let your body do its work. It adjusts, the nervous system adjusts. It knows what to do. It has internal wisdom. Has a strong effect on our metabolic functions. So just consciously relax your body. Your legs are getting heavier. Relaxing the hips. Allowing the navel point to relax. Releasing any tension you're holding in your heart center or the lungs. Allowing the throat to relax. Mentally vibrating Satnam. Satnam, I resonate with truth. And now totally letting go. I will call you back shortly. Periodically, you'll hear the crystal bowl just to know that you're still connected online. Inhale deeply and begin to bring your awareness back into the room, making small circles with your wrists and ankles. And when you're ready, stretch your arms out over your head, pointing your toes in the opposite direction, elongating your spine. And coming into cat stretches by placing your arms out to your sides, bringing one knee across the body. The shoulders remain on the floor. Head turns the opposite direction. Nice twist and reverse sides. And for some, if that's too much, you can move both of your knees at the same time. And now rubbing the palms of the hands and soles of the feet briskly together, stimulating 72,000 nerve endings, grabbing hold of the knees and rocking on the spine a couple times. And please come sitting in easy pose for our meditation, which is the Tattva balance meditation. And so the concept of Tattvas are the ones that we can experience in this physical realm are earth, water, fire, air, and ether, the 5 elements. And so the yogis teach that there are about 31, it varies from tradition to tradition, but somewhere between 28 and 31 degrees of separation between the universal consciousness and us. So the earth element would be the most dense, the most far away. So at the beginning of the class, we talked about how disease can start in some of the more subtle bodies of our being. And so likewise, if the tattvas are strong and balanced, if these energies within our body are balanced, we will resist disease. Our hormonal system will be working better, and the energies of our brain balance. So the mudra is very important here. Now, my pinky is broken, so you would just envision that you're touching all of your the fingertips, pressing with a fair amount of energy. And then the thumbs, which represent earth or the ego, are pointed towards the heart center. It's not touching, but it's pointing directly there. So the fingers would be pointing out and the thumbs pointing in. Okay. So you feel that, just get a sense for a moment of that nice balance. And so this meditation should be only practiced for 3 minutes for beginners, and then working up to 11 minutes for more serious students. So we're going to practice this for 3 minutes to learn how to do it. And the inhale is through the nose, it's long and deep. The exhale is through a rounded mouth in 8 emphatic strokes. So there's no suspending on the breath. So the 8 strokes on the exhale works the parasympathetic nervous system. Um, by doing that rounded mouth position, it has impact on the bands of the throat. And I'm not going to get technical here because we are now going to focus on the practice itself. The eyes are slightly open, focused at the tip of the nose. So you'll feel a slight pull. If it's painful, back off, as always. And that is the position. I will time us for 3 minutes. So again, inhaling deeply through the nose, exhaling in 8 emphatic strokes through rounded lips. And let's begin together and then go at your own pace. Again, no pause between inhale and exhale. The eyes are focused at the tip of the nose. There shouldn't be any air left in your lungs, within reason, of course, after you're done with the 8 strokes. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath. Exhale. Again, deep inhale, suspend the breath. Exhale, and shake out the hands, distributing the energy. Excellent. Okay, and just allowing the hands to settle in the lap for a few moments before we close. Take in your experience. And now rub the palms of the hands together as we prepare to end with a long time sun. And as we're singing the words, may the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you. Imagine the first round, it's for your own intention. Imagine the sun shining upon you. Imagine all love surrounding you. And the pure light within you, the light in your heart, going to guide your way on. The second round, we will send out the intention for the collective, for the earth, and envisioning the earth held with love and all of its sentient beings. And also add in your personal intention for the collective in round two. Inhale deeply. Exhale. And inhale to close. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. And inhale for a long Satnam. 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 And thank you.